everyone, this is Esra and today's video is a little bit different. It's a little tea time, get together, chat with me about combining being a mom with being a singer. So first of all, I am still in the process of figuring out how to be a mom and a singer at the same time. So it's exciting because we can go on this journey together. One of the biggest things for me right now is YouTube. I figured out a way how to do my music at home when my son naps, when he's in bed in the evening, when I have a minute for myself. I take any moment to shoot some footage or to record some music or to do my own music, to do a jamming session, to meet with my guitarist and practice for the gigs coming up. Also, I try to get new ideas for videos because it's very fulfilling for me right now to share my experience. What I also do really often is carry my son in a sling, in a baby's carrier, get a really good one. And then we just listen to music and I practice and I sing and I do my warm-ups, and he enjoys it a lot actually. I've kind of trained him to really enjoy that process. So I do it every day with him and it helps me to become a better singer. I was on a singing competition in Germany, and after that I made it under the best 8 people. And that was obviously a very big boost of success for me, and it was very easy to get gigs. But for me it was really important to have a backup plan to go to university or get a training or anything, as a safety net. For me it was also a huge priority to find someone, to get married, to have children. It was probably a bigger priority at that time for me, to be honest. And sometimes things in life have different orders than expected. The babies need you so much at the beginning, they need 100%, especially at the very beginning. And yeah, I mean, for me it was just impossible to go out and gig and make a name for myself. I was also it didn't help that I was traveling with my husband. We went to China and then we went to the Netherlands. It's also exciting though to start from scratch, to be honest, because I have reinvented myself. I know who I am as a singer now. I was very young when I started in Germany and I didn't really know what genres fit me. I'm gonna make a video about that also, to find your genre, to find your voice. It's such an important part of being a singer. I just went a different route than intended and that people expected from me. People kept saying, oh my gosh, you're wasting your talent. And I couldn't understand because I was happy at that time. I even thought, okay, if it never starts again with the singing, that's okay too. And if you can have that mentality, I think you're in a detached, healthily detached position where you can where you're open for anything that can happen music-wise, because the music industry, making music, it's so complex. There's so many ways, and there's so many ways that don't make a lot of money. And you know, being as popular and successful as Rihanna is 1 in a million. And I think it's very admirable if someone is going for that from day one, thinking I'm gonna be just like Rihanna. The problem with that is it's very vague, because do you know exactly the steps Rihanna took to get where she is? No. And so you can just speculate, but to have a very clear vision of where you want to be in 5 years is really the most important step, to define it as detailed as possible. Where do I stand? What do I do? How do I want to be? What's the person that I want to be like? So I had super clear visions. I really knew that I was gonna be a mom, that I was gonna be a wife, and that I would make my own music, that I would still sing. But it really kicked in about half a year ago again, that I was restless and that I needed to start properly, start gigging, start making my music. I didn't know that I can work from home, that I can do my things just on the internet. I don't have to go anywhere. I don't have to commute. I don't have to put my child in daycare. I can just do it at home. But it's important that I know that my children will come first. And no matter what opportunities will open, if my children need me, my children need me. So I think a healthy detachment is the way to go as a mom if you want to make a name for yourself again. Step by step, everything takes time. Of course it happens that someone blows up quickly overnight and makes it. What does that mean? For me, making a regular, steady income just with my music, just with my voice and my singing, that is making it for me, you know? So it's very different for everyone. If someone thinks, oh my gosh, she didn't make it because she's not on TV, because she's not in the charts, then fair enough. I have my goals and everything that I want to reach in a year. I have it all in my head. I know exactly where I want to be. I'm not going to share it now because I don't want to jinx it. I will share it with you when I reached my goal, I promise. And anyways, no matter where you go, where the music leads you, you will always feel like there's a step ahead. There's a step on top. There's a ladder that you can still climb. So it's kind of a never-ending process. So being really, really happy with what you achieved in this year and just being fulfilled with the other things in life as well is so super important. Being on stage, being a singer is incredibly amazing. I mean, I love it. It's the absolute passion in my life, but it's not gonna fill everything in your heart. It's not gonna completely fulfill you. There has to be different things in life. So with my whole heart, I felt like I needed to take a break because I wanted to find myself first. I wanted to find happiness. I wanted to find true joy. Because if you're not truly happy with your life, with who you are, with how everything's going, then, I mean, how inspiring can you possibly be on stage? So I'm gonna get into a few practical things here as well. So my guitarist, for example, he's very good with children, and he's okay with practicing when the baby, the baby, he's already over 1 year, but he's still my baby. And he's fine with him just like crawling around, playing, making some sounds. Sounds is something that you have to get used to. Noise, background noise, a little bit of whining. It's just an everyday noise. It's normal. One day when the kids finally sleep through the night, I'm gonna be able to go out and gig in the evenings much more often, because right now that's very difficult, to be honest. And I think it's also what are your expectations? You know, if you have a 6-week-old baby at home and you really have a lot of important gigs coming up that are going, I don't know, till 1 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, that is a conflict of interest. You have to go into parenting knowing that 5% of the children are gonna sleep 12 hours in a row by 6 weeks. It is very uncommon, actually. I didn't know that. I didn't know how little sleep you can possibly get and still function. But, you know, I had those moments where I was like, oh my God, this is so much more difficult than I expected. Who does that? How do people do it? I was so confused. You know, I have a friend that's a surgeon, and she says that being at home with 3 little children was much more difficult than being a surgeon. It just goes from, it's like a roller coaster. It goes from, oh my God, this is the most fulfilling thing. How can somebody be so beautiful? Into, oh my God, I can't do this. I just want to sleep. I just want to bump my head into the wall. It is a very, very intense experience, but the most gratifying for me yet to experience. For authenticity's sake, I actually am shooting this video when I had maybe 5 hours of sleep. See my eyes? During pregnancy, I don't know what happened to my voice. It was not the same. And it unfortunately continued after pregnancy for a few years. I don't know if it was the lack of sleep or if it was my diaphragm that went in the wrong place or something. I can't figure it out what it was. But about half a year ago, it became normal again. So that was very strange. I had no idea that this can happen. I had no idea that your voice can literally sound worse after delivery or during pregnancy. And it was worse in a way that I cracked very quickly. And I just kept telling myself, that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Either I'm just a worse singer now, or that phase of my life is over. But now that my youngest is over a year, I feel like I can return slowly but surely to where I want to be as a singer. I mean, there's a lot of expectations. When you're a stay-at-home mom, it's like, she doesn't work at all. And when you work, it's like, she doesn't stay with her child at all. It's make yourself happy and be balanced. Once I reevaluated and I reconsidered just singing as a main profession, everything, all the confirmations just kept coming, and I realized that is it. All right, I have enjoyed this little tea time with you, and I hope that you find your way. I truly do. All right, so that's it for today. In the next video, I am going to talk about pitch. Bye.